YouTube, Brian Phillips. Look at this. We've got something old, something new. Well, wait, this is sort of new for a lot of you. The P-51 1.2 meter June Nite. One of the best 1.2 meter warbirds that we have ever reviewed on this channel, and one of my all-time favorites. Incidentally, its predecessor's predecessor was my second or third plane. So just wanted to let you know, if you guys are new to the hobby, if you're new or coming back to the hobby, this is not a bad call. If you decide to get a warbird, the P-51 is second to none. In a 1.2 meter size, this is phenomenal. Look at the barn doors on that thing. Flown with an NX-8. This thing has an AR-631 in it, which gives you all sorts of good bells and whistles, but really at the end of the day, AS-3X and safe is what you're after if you're new to the game. Or if you're coming back, just AS-3X is usually plenty good, but look how beautiful that is. We're gonna get up on the mains and we're gonna take this thing off. You guys ready? Here we go. Look at that beautiful controlled takeoff. There go the gear. 4S, 2200 milliamp hour. Absolute pure joy to fly. Guys, if you've never experienced the joy of RC aircraft, you need to get into this hobby. It's something else. You'll never find a more immersive RC experience. You're gonna swear it's real and it's right in front of you. Except the difference between this and the air show is that you get to control that thing. And that's what's so cool, is once you get enough skill under your belt, you can make these things do virtually whatever you want. And you could just live it up. And guys, look at the wide flight envelope. We're gonna let it fall. Here comes the gear. For a dirty pass, take off flaps out too. There go the gear, out of the flaps. About 40% throttle, believe it or not, folks. That's how fast she'll go on 40. Let's just show you about 15% throttle, 10% throttle. Watch this, right over the power lines, won't be with us much longer. Going on the inside, we're about 15 feet from the garage. All day long, no problem doing that. And then straight out of the hole, guys. This thing is so controllable and beautiful. And when you get your very own, you're gonna wish you did it before. Up and around. Big, huge loop out of the throttle and then down the runway. Dirty pass, full landing flaps and gear coming out. Look at that thing slow down going downhill. Out of the gear, out of the takeoff flaps and landing flaps. Riding off into the sunset. So guys, this plane deserves every bit of enthusiasm it gets, because it is just a beauty to behold. Okay, let's come into the bowl here, camera crew. You good? Right there, perfect. I'm gonna ride into the takeoff flaps, relax the speed, get into the flaps, full landing flaps, and then into the takeoff flaps, about 30% throttle. We're just gonna ride the edge of the line here on the stall. Look at that beautiful shadow right behind us in the tree line. Going between us, bug zapper. And then out of the hole, watch this. Oh, gotta love it, guys. And then up and over, all the way, all the way. So folks, if you've never experienced this P-51 yet, it is the one that I always tell beginners to consider once they start getting into warbirds. One of my sweet spots is the T-28, but let's be honest, guys, this plane does it every time for me. Every time I fly it, I think, oh, that's the best. Full landing flaps to really kick it around. Okay, into the takeoff flaps again. Let's go back 4 steps for the sun. There you go, perfect right there. Got a 1 minute warning there over the top of the bushes out into the field. Then we'll go out and about. Actually, we'll go this way. 4S just wakens this thing up, but you can fly it all day long on 3S. A little bit more scale looking flight performance, but to be honest with you, if you can't control your left thumb, welcome to the club. Get out of the takeoff flaps. We're gonna go out and around the eagle killing zone and then through the hole, and then we'll go on the inside this time, full speed pass. You good? Mm-hmm. Guys, this thing cruises along up and over. We'll do some inside out loops here real quick. And a stall turn. There we go. We're gonna really stall it that time. Full landing flaps and gear. Check this out, guys.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh yeah, baby. I don't know if you could see what I did there. There's no reason to use an elevator in a properly trimmed airplane. I just retract the gear when I get up to enough airspeed. So guys, these planes just come alive. They come alive when you start learning them. And the funny thing is, you would all think that I fly all these planes constantly, and I don't. I'm lucky to get 6, 7 flights in on a plane because we've always got a new one coming, which is a great problem to have. Don't hear that wrong. But the reality is, we love flying these planes for you, but man, getting intimate with them is something else. It takes a little bit of time to really learn where the limits are. And some people would say, just another P-51. I would say, you're crazy. I'll take them all. Gear coming out, takeoff flaps down. Landing flaps on base leg. We're gonna rudder over the nose, right over the top of the tree line, just barely clearing the tree line. 15, 30%, 40% throttle. And there it is, nice little ground loop at the end. We'll just bring it back with a little bit of a faster taxi. I'm just doing some S curves. Guys, if you haven't experienced the June night, it's right here for your very own eyes, and there is absolutely no reason why it shouldn't be parked in your own hangar. 2200 4S 50-seat pack. We are currently up to a 1 minute and 48 past our timer, which was 5 initially. So calling it about a 7-minute flight would be a safe bet on 2200 4S 50C. Happens to be a Gen 1, not that that makes a big difference. If you got a Gen 2, it'd be fine too. You do not need a 50C. You can run this all day on a 30C and you'll be just fine. But I have that thing strapped in right in the center of the battery tray. Didn't even have any regard for the center of gravity. I just fly it. So guys, throttle cuts on. And without further ado, the P-51 June night by e-flite, Horizon Hobby, one of the best brands out there. They'll back up their product. We love their product. It is great. Yes, if you're new and you fly this on a road with curbs and you break off the landing gear, you'll be just like Brian Phillips RC. So, beautiful plane from any angle. Just love this thing. Definitely always worth a revisit, which is what we're doing tonight. So guys, if you want the latest and greatest in RC, you're at the right channel. It's Brian Phillips RC, so we're here to serve you guys, helping you sort between the garbage and the good. And this is definitely one of the goods. And so we hope that you'll buy this thing from the link if you're even seriously considering buying this. And if you don't want this and you want something different, we have tons of different links down below, and also at www.brianphillipsrc.com, which is ironically similar to the name that we have on YouTube. Strange. So if you want to buy something, you'll help support our channel financially. And if you just load that whole process, but you want to support us anyway, we have Patreon and PayPal down below as well. And like we said, tons of other cool things for you to enjoy in the video description below. Leave your comments and questions. We'll do our best to get to them. But guys, thanks so much for watching. Brian Phillips RC signing out. There's so much coming. Don't forget to click the bell for notifications.